Have you ever heard a whisper in the wind? Perhaps you were walking through a forest and the trees seemed to murmur secrets to one another. Or maybe you stood on a hilltop and felt the wind brush against your ear, carrying with it words that you couldn't quite understand. If you have, then you know how eerie and unsettling it can be to hear whispers in the breeze. Yet, as the days passed, the whisper grew, becoming a constant presence that seeped into their daily lives. Villagers now spoke of it in hushed tones, their faces etched with worry and fear. It's like being on the edge of hearing a secret that we're not supposed to know. Armed with nothing but her curiosity and a lantern to ward off the encroaching darkness, she ventured into the woods. Silence descended upon the clearing, broken only by the pounding of Alara's heart. "I didn't mean to disturb you," the voice chuckled, a sound like dry leaves skittering across bark. "Disturb me? Child, you have stumbled upon the whisperer, one who has slumbered here for centuries." But when they arrived at the clearing, they found only the ancient tree standing silently. "You seek more answers?" he rasped, his voice echoing with amusement. As the sun rose, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, the whisperer faded, leaving Alara and the villagers with the burden of his final words. "Very well. But be warned, the path of knowledge is fraught with peril." The whisperer was gone. Disappointed, yet resolute, Alara placed her hand on the rough bark. "Whisperer," she called out, her voice echoing in the stillness. "We are here to ask your wisdom again." Now they must decide what to do with the knowledge they've gained and how to stop the whispers that have tormented them for so long. And you seek to uncover the secret of the whispering wind. If you enjoyed the story, please don't forget to like, comment, and share for more exciting tales. Ask and you shall receive, but be warned, some secrets are best left buried. Then from the depths of the tree, a voice emerged, raspy with disuse. "Who disturbs my slumber?" The voice echoed, seeming to emanate from the very core of the tree itself. As she moved deeper into the forest, the whisper seemed to grow, guiding her along a path she didn't recognize. Suddenly, the trees opened up, revealing a clearing bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. And there in the center stood an old, gnarled tree, its branches clawing at the sky like skeletal fingers. In today's story, the villagers are plagued by a mysterious whispering that seems to come from nowhere, and they set out to discover its source. Let's get started. The quaint village of Oakhaven was nestled amidst rolling hills and dense woodlands. It was a place where life moved at the pace of nature, where the rhythm of the seasons dictated the chores and festivities. The whisperer had spoken, but his words offered more questions than answers. What had she unleashed by disturbing the whisperer? Would Oakhaven be plunged into eternal darkness now that the balance was tipped? These thoughts only fueled her determination to find answers. She had uncovered only a fragment of the mystery, and she knew that she had to return to the whisperer to learn more. What secret was he guarding, and how did it connect to the whispering wind that had become Oakhaven's torment? With these questions echoing in her mind, Alara began her journey back to the village. But lately, an unsettling change had crept into their idyllic existence. He swore that the whispering was growing louder, more insistent, and that it carried with it a foreboding that he couldn't shake off. Young Alara, known for her adventurous spirit and wild imagination, wasn't convinced. She saw a thrilling mystery in the whispering wind, a puzzle that she was determined to solve. A haunting whisper had begun to echo through the village, rustling through leaves and weaving between houses, a sound that carried no discernible words, only a chilling, unintelligible murmur. Fear took root in Oakhaven, turning the once peaceful village into a place of unease and suspicion. Whispers turned to murmurs. Murmurs grew into full-blown conversations filled with accusations and rumors. Some spoke of ancient curses, others of vengeful spirits. The very air in Oakhaven was thick with tension and terror. It began subtly, a mere murmur in the wind that villagers initially dismissed as figments of their imagination or the tricks of their memory. Old Man Hemlock, his face a roadmap of wrinkles etched by time and worry, was the first to raise the alarm. As the days passed, the whisper became a torment. disrupting their sleep and seeping into their dreams. Alara, refusing to let fear dictate her actions, decided to investigate. As Alara approached the tree, the whispering reached a crescendo and then, just as abruptly, it stopped. Startled, Alara took a step back. "I'm sorry," she called out, her voice echoing strangely in the clearing. With that cryptic warning, the tree fell silent, leaving Alara in the unsettling quiet of the clearing. As she walked, the events of the evening raced through her mind. When she reached the village, she wasted no time in rallying the others. They needed to confront the Whisperer together. Suddenly, the tree shimmered, and before their eyes, the Whisperer appeared, his form as old and weathered as the tree itself. And so the Whisperer began to speak, sharing secrets of Oakhaven's past that had been buried for generations. They had discovered the source of the whispers, but the secret it held was a double-edged sword, threatening to tear their community apart. Thank you for watching.